Alright, hi guys. So I'm back with round 2 of the tournament that I played 2 days ago now. This match I played against Skysama, and unfortunately the game data for my game against him in the second match was lost. But that's okay, it was kinda just like your standard OTK Roach Forestcraft game. I did everything I could, but then he just OTK'd me. So we'll just do games 1 and 3, and we'll see how it goes from here. So I'm playing Aggro Shadowcraft, and he's playing Runecraft. So obviously, first thing I do is assume it's going to be Daria, and so I'm going to be counting all the spells that he's playing, assuming that he has Daria in his opening hand, because that's just how you've got to play against Daria Rune. So we're starting off with the mulligans. I get a 3-drop, a 4-drop, and a 5-drop. Now, I'm definitely going to throw away Demonic Strike and Dance of Death, because those are brick cards, and they're not helpful at all. Rabid Necromancer, it's kind of iffy on whether you should keep it or not, but I think it's good to keep here, just because if you get screwed over by mulligans, at least you'll have something to play on 3. So basically, I'm just hoping that I get like a good 1 and 2 drop. And I kind of do. I get Shadow Reaper and Lesser Mummy, so I've got 2 2-drops. I know I'm going second, which means that I have 2 draws on my first turn. And luckily, I get a Goblin, so that means that I have like pretty much perfect curve here. Ideally, it would be like a Skull Beast or something, but you know, what are you going to do? So he's going to Magic Missile the Goblin, and that's like my first indicator that maybe it's not Daria, it might be D-Shift, but you can't really tell from that. So you still got to count, so if he had Daria in his opening hand, it's an 8. So I'm going to play Lesser Mummy and just attack it. You know, nothing really to read into there. He plays Wind Blast, which is, you know, odd. You don't really see Wind Blast in Daria, but I used to run it, so maybe... you know, maybe he's just running like a outdated version of the deck. And here he goes for the Piercing Rune. He goes for it at the full value, which is, you know, not that good, but it gets the job done. It saves him from taking like a whole bunch of damage from Rabid Necromancer. Now, I have Evolve on turn 4, so I'm just gonna drop 2 2-drops, evolve my Goblin so that I get the Dark Conjurer value. And on turn 5, he's gonna get his evolve off, getting Levi. And so this is where you start to worry, because if he has piercing runes and stuff like that, then I lose the board here, and I might have ended up losing the game. But he doesn't, so I'm happy for that. And so I'm just gonna play Skeleton Fighter. I'm gonna play the Shadow Reaper, just try and push for final lethal here. You know, just like keep up that board pressure so that he doesn't feel like he has anywhere to go. So here he's going to play Merlin, and that is going to tell me that it's 100% D-Shift. You don't run Merlin in Daria at all, because it only pulls spells, it doesn't pull minions. So yeah, now I know it's D-Shift, and now I know that I've practically won. So he's just going to trade in, try and like slow the lethal as much as he can. And as you can see, I actually have lethal here, but I misplayed because I wasn't paying attention. I was streaming this game and I was looking at my stream and like talking to chat, and I completely missed the fact that I have lethal if I had just evolved Shadow Reaper and played Demonic Strike. So that was pretty embarrassing, but it's not so bad, because Runecraft doesn't really have any healing. Like maybe they'd run a Healing Angel, but I really doubt it. And so I'm just gonna go for the Demonic Strike to the face next turn and win the game from there. So that's game 1. As I said before, game 2 got corrupted, and so I lost that. But now we're gonna watch game 3 against Skysama, with me playing Daria Rune, and he's going to be playing Roachcraft. Wait, no he's not, because he won that. Ah, fuck, I'm stupid. So this is Conquest. In Conquest, when you win a match, you can't use that deck anymore. So I won with Shadowcraft, which means I can't use that. And then he won with OTK Roachcraft. So this is the final match. His D-Shift against my Daria. So, for mulligans here, I always like keeping Clarke. It's kind of questionable. It works out really well if you pull Daria or like some of the other like spell boostable guys. I don't really like keeping Emilu ever. And like the only condition I could see you keeping it is if you also had Insight and Craig in your hand. Because then you could go for turn 1 Insight, turn 2 Craig plus Emilu. But even then, that's not that good, because then you're pretty much out of cards. And so I get my least favorite hand in the history of this game, and it happens to me all the fucking time. It's awful. So this is kind of like the brick hand here, drawing double Piercing Rune. And then I get Ogler and Magic Missile, which is not too bad. At least it gives me something to do on turn 2. And it means that I have something to do on turn 3 with Clarke. And I can go for an Ogler turn 4, maybe. But I actually do pick up Craig on turn 2, which is neat. After the Magic Missile. So yeah, I'm just going to play Clarke. Get the 2 spell boost onto Ogler, which is, you know, it's going to be helpful. And on turn 4, where I have my Evolve, now I can go Craig, boost the Ogler, and I can also play Time War Mage Levy and Evolve it. So now those 2 Piercing Runes that I had in my opening hand, they're starting to look a little bit better. Kind of. Not really, because I'm still up against D-Shift, which means that he's not really going to be playing a whole lot of minions. At least not until he plans to kill me within, like, 2 of his turns. So he's going to respond with his own Levi, and then play a summoned Ice Form. Which is really good, because it means that I can now use Piercing Rune on it, and Crimson Sorcery, and kill it. But apparently that's not what I do. I swear to God that's what I did. Oh well. So yeah, I guess going for Clarke's probably better, because it means that I get the boost onto Daria as well. So now I'm going to go for the Piercing Rune, and then trade in Emilu, and go face. And so here I actually think that usually killing Summon Ice Form isn't the best idea, because it's like 5 damage that you're never going to be able to get back, and the minion's just going to die at the start of the enemy turn anyway. But I think here it's good because it means that I get 6 extra damage to their face by running in Levi and... is it Craig or Clarke? I don't remember. Why'd they make them both C names? That's retarded. Alright, so he's going to play Ogler, which is kind of weird, so now I'm kind of thinking maybe it's D-Shift and Daria. I think they call that like Transcendental Rune. Yeah. So I'm gonna play Daria, and you might be thinking, why would you play Daria for 4 when you could have played Conjure Golem and Daria? And the reason for that is because I didn't want to rule out the possibility that I might draw a Blade Mage. Which I do, so I definitely made the right play there. I also draw an Insight, so I can play Insight and get Blade Mage off for free. I'm just going to trade it into the 5-2 and set up Lethal here, because I can just go for the Evolve on Daria. So I'm just going to draw Demonic Strike, and that's lethal. So there we go, that was round 2 of the tournament, and winning that put me up to the quarterfinals. So yeah, just let me know what you think. I have a lot of stuff planned for this channel with what I can do. I got a lot of different stuff coming, as well as with my stream. So yeah, make sure you leave a like and please comment and subscribe because it really helps. I really just want to like grow my channel out a lot and kind of make Shadowverse like a much bigger thing in the Western world. Alright, see you guys soon. Later.